Here's the 5 key takeaways for these private message campaigns. Number 1, they need to be short and sweet. The messages themselves need to be short and sweet. Number 2, you never send a link unless you have permission. Unless somebody asks for the link, you don't send links in private when you're DMing people, PMing people on these social media platforms. Number 3, you want to always be thinking about ask, don't tell. Ask, don't tell. That means every single message needs to have a question. Stop going into the DMs and saying, my event's coming up. My podcast just dropped an episode. Don't tell people stuff anymore. Ask them. This is you engaging with your audience, or this is your team or a virtual assistant or any third party engaging with your audience. So ask, don't tell. No more telling people stuff on there. Ask them questions. Get to know them. Number 4 is personalized messages. You're only going to be able to personalize the message if you read their bio, if you read their profile. I come from a real estate investing background, and an example of this could be there's all sorts of real estate investing strategies and real estate businesses. For example, one of them, you could be wholesaling a house. Sounds crazy to some, but essentially you're taking control of a home and selling it to somebody quickly, and the seller gets a price, the buyer pays a price, and you get a small cut of the in-between. You're basically a wholesaler. You're supporting somebody who needs to get out of their house fast. So for example, I could go on a Facebook forum for real estate and talk about that same thing. I could look at their profile, see pictures of the kids. I could see that they had just done their first wholesale deal in real estate investing. And what I'll say is, hey, John, I'm going to use their name. I'm not going to say, hello, John. Hello is too formal. Hey, John, saw that you just did your first wholesale deal. That's awesome. How'd you get involved in that? Okay. That's the whole thing. And you're like, well, how does this help my podcast? As you have your team, your virtual assistant, etc., start these private messages in more of an organic way where it's personalized, short and sweet, no links, ask, don't tell. And the 5th thing, which is slow play. In many cases, this strategy, although it's the only strategy that gives you all 5 of the things, it's the only strategy that'll make sure people are moving through, and you're triggering algorithms within Apple Podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Chartable, Podkite, all of these places where they are ranking podcasts.